Sadio Mane, a very humble footballer who came, conquered Europe, and came back as a champion. Now, Sadio Mane was born in a small town, a very small village in Senegal called Bambali. At the age of 15, he was so gassed up about football that he wanted to leave his village and go to the city. But his parents wanted him to focus so much on education. But being a defiant child, at 15, he decided to leave the small village and went to Dakar, the Senegalese capital. So when he was at the Senegalese capital, he joined the Generation Foot, actually a very good academy that was linked to Metz, a team in the French division in League 2. So by then, when he joined the academy, he caught out the eyes of very prominent scouts from Europe that came from France, and then in 2011 he was scouted. Immediately when he was scouted, he did good. He had been given the opportunity to move. Now Mane's performances at Generation Foot caught the attention of Metz scouts in 2011. At age 19, he moved to France and signed his first professional contract. However, life in Europe was very hard. The language, the weather, and also the fact that the food, his team, Metz, was struggling relegation, or they're battling relegation in the French League 2. Now, according to Mane, this is what he said. I remember the first day I arrived in France to take test and sign with FC Metz. I was supposed to train from the day I arrived, but the coach told me to stay at home. And I had no credit on the phone to even call my mother and tell her that I am in Europe. So when he called the mother was like, what do you mean you are in France? You're supposed to be in Senegal with your uncle in the capital. It's like, yes, but I'm no longer there. I'm now in Europe. So the mom did not believe it until one day when he asked the mom, and he was like, you know what, switch on the TV at this time. I'm going to be playing a game and you're going to be watching me. When the mom saw it, she was so happy, and that was it. So he's known for the generosity because he has built a hospital, he has built mosques in his hometown. He said, I don't need fancy cars, big houses, or expensive watches. I prefer to help my people. We've seen in the quotes running on the screen, he has been helping his people. He has built mosques, and then he has built a hospital or more. So in 2012, he had a very good season where Australian club RB Salzburg, that's Red Bull Salzburg, scouted him, and then he joined them actually in 2012. In that season, he played 87 games and he scored 45 goals, helping them to win the Australian Bundesliga and then the Australian Cup. Now, that was when the European clubs got interested in signing Sadio Mane. Not long enough, he moved to Southampton in 2014 for 11.8 million euros. Now, he made history in the 2014-2015 season because he scored one of the fastest hat-tricks in the Premier League history. He scored a hat-trick in 2 minutes and 56 seconds against Aston Villa. He finished his 2-year stint with Southampton scoring 25 goals in 75 appearances. Now, in 2016, you all know when Jurgen Klopp was at Liverpool, he liked Mane after one game he gave against Liverpool. He had a very good game, and Klopp was like, you know what, I need this guy. So in 2016, he became the most expensive African player by then, as Liverpool signed him for 34 million pounds. Ever since he joined Liverpool, the rest is history. He has won the Premier League, the FA Cup, Carabao, Champions League, the Club World Cup, and many other small trophies and individual accolades. At Liverpool, you know what happened. He had a very good career, and then he left Liverpool as the second top highest scorer for a black man who has ever played for Liverpool. You know who holds that record is Mo Salah. Now, he left Liverpool for Bayern Munich, that is in 2022, for a fee of 32 million. So Liverpool almost recouped the money that paid for him earlier. So on going to Germany, he won the Bundesliga, and then injuries and also falling apart with these players kind of spoiled his stay in Bayern Munich. Then Bayern Munich had to sell him to Al Nassr. Now he's currently playing with Ronaldo. Mane, as a humble man, still looks back to where he came from, and that is a small village in Senegal, Bambali.